Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, I can't tell you right now. That's actually, that's the topic of the video. I got an email here from a viewer. He says, "Hey Corey, I stumbled across your website and it is it's a breath of fresh air, and I really like your open, candid way of putting things. I don't bullshit anybody. I tell it like the way it is. Sometimes people who are easily offended or ultra-conservative get pissed off the way I talk. It's like, I don't really give a fuck what they think. I'm interested in talking to the people who sincerely, earnestly want my help and appreciate the value that I bring to the table. And that's who I want to help. The people that want to bitch and complain and have a nasty attitude, it's easy just to block them and not even fucking respond to them when you got too many people to respond to as it is, who sincerely, earnestly want your help." So he says, "I began reading your book and watching videos from YouTube, and thanks a lot for that." You're welcome. He says, "My questions concern a work colleague of mine." He says, "Number one, I asked her for a friendly cup of coffee after noticing how often I would catch her looking at me. I thought she was interested, and so I decided to throw caution to the wind and ask her out." That's awesome. Good for you. Perfect attitude. That's the way you need to approach it. He says, "Even though I didn't ask with complete confidence, I was pretty sure that she would give me some reply besides, 'I can't tell you right now.'" Yeah, that's a bullshit response. He says, "After that, I sort of started to keep my distance and just live life as if I was living and not getting caught up in the moment. But I still catch her looking at me loads of times, and then it turns her head away as soon as I become conscious. I don't know if she wants me to ask her again or if she's just keeping her options open." Hey, you should look at it this way. You gave her the gift of an opportunity of spending time with you. And she says, "I can't tell you right now." And so she's never brought it up after that. And so you got to assume that either A, she's not interested and she doesn't have any confidence, or she's fucked up, or she just doesn't like you. It's like, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is she's not making any effort to facilitate the two of you getting together, despite the fact that she stares at you or whatever. He says, "We sometimes say hello as we pass, but I don't know what she is thinking. Can you please suggest something?" Well, you asked her out and she fucked up her opportunity. She fumbled the football, and so it's her loss. That needs to be your attitude. He says, "Number two, my second question is, how do I keep a conversation going? I often get stuck in this awkward moment when all my conversation dries up, and I've left to wonder what I should say or ask next." Well, here's the bottom line. Is if you're having a hard time talking to the girl, then obviously you can't really be that into her. You might think she's pretty or has a nice ass, and you're thinking you want to get in her pants, but if the connection's not there, it's just simply not there. And so you got to look at that. And maybe the girl on the other side, here's the other thing, is when a girl really likes you and the conversation dies, she'll keep it going. And so you should look at this also as the fact that if the girl's not helping the conversation continue to go, it means that she's really not that into it. Don't take it personal. Just look at it. It's just practice, because repetition's a mother skill. I say it all the time. You have to practice these social skills if you want to get better at them to the point where you can just interact with people and talk about whatever. It doesn't matter where you are. You can strike up a conversation about nothing in essence. Just by practicing this stuff and doing it over and over, you get good at it, because part of the problem is you're obviously a little nervous when you're talking to a girl, and the other part of the problem is you're probably talking to women that aren't really that interested in you. And that's what happens when guys start applying this stuff, is they start approaching everybody. And when you do that, obviously your success rate is not going to be very high. But the more you interact with women, the more you approach women. Like, say you, over the course of a month, you approach 100 women. Well, when you do that, your perspective on things is going to completely change. And your experience level is going to go up. And you're going to start to notice things, little subtle differences between women you got a shot with and women who are not interested. And so naturally, over time, you're going to start approaching more and more women who you got a shot with, just because you're going to see the way they look at you is going to communicate that they're open and receptive to you stopping to say hello or to talk to them or to chit-chat, because they like you and they're mutually interested. And so over time, you'll just naturally realize, like I say, I talk about all this stuff in my book and you can point it out, but for a lot of guys, it's really hard to recognize because they're in such a fearful place when they're first starting out. It's like they don't know what they don't know. And so when they do it enough and they start to acted in a way that is confident enough, the women that they got a shot with will start responding in a more positive manner than those women who just basically want you to just move on and kind of leave them alone. But the idea is repetition is the mother of skill, and by practicing this stuff, you will definitely get better and better over time. And so if you really want to speed up your success, watch the video that I did, Improving Your Social Skills. So if you Google Coach Corey Wayne, Improving Your Social Skills, and then go to the mall and just like for an hour once a week, decide you're going to practice your social skills there. Over the course of a month, you will approach a lot of people, and you'll talk to a lot of people, and you'll interact with a lot of people. And your confidence level and your skill set and the peacefulness and the relaxedness in your body language and your physiology will start to settle in. And what will happen is your success will start to go up, because what happens is you get to the point where you're no longer feeling like you got to force something to happen, you got to try to get something to happen, you got to chase to make something happen. You realize just showing up and being your best self, there are certain women who are already naturally going to be attracted to you. And when you show up as your best self and you're happy and you're comfortable in your own skin and you're relaxed, you don't have this awkward energy, like it creates an awkward moment of silence, or you don't know what to do. You just show up and you're relaxed, and it's just very easy to be with you, and it's very easy to talk to you, and people will open up and start shooting the shit no matter where you are. So that's what I would do if I were you. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read it on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website, and on the Wibiya toolbar, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.